The seventh commandment, God wants us not to have adultery. What is the meaning of adultery? You might be saying, having a girlfriend outside of marriage, having boyfriend outside of marriage. According to Cambridge Dictionary, adultery is sex between a married man or woman and someone he or she is not married to. How about what did Jesus say about adultery? Let's look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. Jesus said that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. You might be shocked to hear this. Adultery? Already? When you lustfully look at other women? Yes, this is what Jesus said. He went on to say that if your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out and throw it away. It's better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It's better for you to lose one part of your body than your whole body to go into hell. Does this mean one need really to take out eye part of the body because of that part sin? No, we do not need to cut any part of our body. Everyone sins. We either sin with our eyes or our hands or both. Jesus is not speaking literally. What Jesus is saying is a metaphor. We use sometimes in our words. Example is, this takes forever when we wait in a long queue. Jesus is telling us to do some other things, make better choices, giving up things that cause us to sin, example, a relationship that is not right, which might hurt others as well. Even though God says marriage is between one man and one woman when he's born human, because of human sins, people have divorced and married other women. Some even have many wives in the Old Testament, because the Jewish men were giving divorce paper to their wife, even though the wife did not commit any adultery. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 32, "But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife except for marital unfaithfulness causes her to become an adulteress, and anyone who marries the divorced woman commits adultery." What this means is that the divorced wife, if she was divorced not because of adultery, she is still considered as still married to her husband, even though he divorced her and gave her divorce paper. Divorce only valid when the wife commits adultery. If the husband has adultery or doesn't like his wife anymore, he gave her divorce paper. This is not accepted as divorce, as the wife is innocent. She is not the one who committed adultery. Anyone who marries this divorced woman commits adultery, and this divorced woman commits adultery with a new marriage to the man. What God really wants is a faithful relationship between man and wife. Only one marriage. Jesus wants his church, which he calls his bride, to be pure and holy. Jesus is the bridegroom. That is why Christians need to be pure and holy. And churches has been counseling married couples to stay married when the marriage is at the rocks. Remember, God also said, love your neighbor as yourself. Even though God has given the commandments not to have murder and adultery, you see people in the Bible, they get murdered, and murder results in bad consequences. Yet people still commit this sin. One of them who committed both murder and adultery is King David. King David, after he got Uriah's wife, Bathsheba, pregnant, he sent his men to get Uriah to be killed in the battlefield front line. God knew what he did and sent prophet Nathan to confront him and told King David his son will not live. This can be found in 2 Samuel chapter 12. King David and Bathsheba's baby son died shortly after his birth. God also said that there will be people in King David's family who will die by the sword, because he did not respect God. He took the wife of Uriah the Hittite for himself. God also said he will bring trouble to King David from his own family. He will take King David's wives and give them to someone who is very close to him. He will have sexual relations with King David's wives, and everyone will see this sin in public. God's purposes came true. King David lost his elder son, Amnon, and his son, Absalom. Absalom rebelled against his father, King David, as he did not do anything when his sister Tamar got raped by his half-brother Amnon. Absalom, after 2 years of keeping silent over the rape incident, he sent his men to kill Amnon and went into hiding from his dad, King David. He led a rebellion against King David, creating an army, speaking against him to his people. Absalom also slept with King David's concubines in the sight of Israel. Later, he was killed by King David's man, Joab, when he found out that Absalom got entangled with his hair on a tree while his mule that he rode on ran away, leaving Absalom hanging in the air, helpless. So we can see from King David's disobedience to God's commandment resulted in disastrous consequences. We can also see Absalom had lots of anger, rage in him over many years that led him to killing his brother Amnon and rebel against his father, King David. Anger is murder. Anger leads to murder. Absalom had broke the 6th commandment. With this knowledge, I hope you will be able to control your anger and not to do anything that hurts others.